All right, it's noon. So yeah, what we're going to be doing, if go back a little bit and watch earlier, I said it before, I'll say it again just so everybody who's here hears it. I'm going to be picking up a different game series each week, or a different game, and going through certain game series, and I'm going to be playing them until I get good at them. Mega Man 2 is a little bit of a easing into the process. I love Mega Man 2. I've played it a lot, but I haven't played it in quite a long time, so I'm gonna start with it. I was actually playing it with a friend a few days ago. I used to be able to breeze through this game, and we were playing it on difficult, and I was getting trashed. So I thought, you know what? I hate being good at something and then not being good at it anymore. So we're gonna go through and play it on difficult, and I'm gonna get my chops back up in it. I can't remember boss orders for some things, and yeah, I'm rusty. So I'm gonna be better at this game than a lot of the games I'm just gonna start trying out on. But I am also not a complete newcomer to this. Some games in the future I won't have ever played, or have played very, very little of. I've got the run of Castlevanias. I've got Contra on the way, and I've got a couple other things like that. And I played the original Castlevania for about 5 minutes. And, when the cartridge got here, I played it a little bit just to make sure the cartridge worked, but I haven't really played the original Castlevanias, which is an absolute shame. So that's going to be a block. Playing Contra is going to be a block. Mega Man, I probably won't do 1 through 6. That's a lot of games. And then going into the Super Nintendo, I'm actually pretty good at the X games. I'm good at X. I'm okay at X3, and I'm pretty bad at X2. So maybe there's a window there. If you guys want to see that played anyway, maybe it would be good for a different time and a different stream. But that's a possibility. For the other original Mega Man, I've played a minimal amount. So all right, with that, let's get started. Jump right in. I always forget about the bird trick too, so you may see the birds sometimes, and you may not. It just depends on what happens. But we'll deal with that as it comes because it's so important. But yeah, I've never really found a good way of not just taking damage off of all of these. I'm way too impatient to actually wait for the spines to go back down before I jump. Sometimes I miss that one, but yeah, not as often as I'd like to. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I love this game. This game is an old favorite of mine. As I said, so I said it earlier, but I never really had any game consoles growing up. It was always just played at other people's houses. So this is, a lot of those real mainstream games are the ones that I actually played. I got really into it with the Super Nintendo, and I actually knew a lot of kids who had Segas. So I played a lot of Sega Genesis. I love the Sega, but I'm not really a Nintendo or a Sega person. I'm kind of just I like the old games. Although I do think that with the Sega, you have sort of a problem of the good games are really good, and then if you're just talking bulk, most of the games are they're mediocre. That was unfortunate. Most of the games are mediocre, and then you have those few that are just great. Like Shinobi 3 is one of my favorite games of all time. It's just an amazing game. They did a wonderful job with it. But then you get you get a lot of other things. I'll go on a limb and say Decap Attack it's a good game, but I mean it shows kind of how rough things could be. Oh, not being very effective against him, am I? Yep, nope, not very effective at all. And we take our first death. Yeah, that's how this is gonna go today, folks. That's how this is gonna go today. But that's the point. I mean, I used to be able to actually beat Airman and dodge his attacks and not take everything to the face. But not anymore. Just as long as we don't die twice to him. I might actually grab the 1-up in Metal Man stage when I go there next. So I know Airman, Metal Man, and then I kind of forget where to go after that. We'll see what happens. And I don't know why, but for some reason I always have trouble with Quickman. So, yeah. That should be, not his stage. Although, now that I've said that, I'm going to die a lot. But normally I don't have too much trouble with the stage. Even without Flash. Now, so the audio doesn't bleed over with me talking. I don't have my own audio, which kind of stinks because where am I going? Metal Man. After I just said it. Which kind of stinks because one of my favorite tracks of all time is Flashman's stage in Mega Man 2. I love that track. I think it's one of the best of the old 8-bit sounds. I'll listen to remixes of that any day. Soundtrack to this game is killer, though. Soundtrack to a lot of these old games is killer. I mean, a lot of these old games are killer. They deserve a lot more love than they get. And they already get a lot of love, that's the thing. Like, some of these, the more mainstream things, they do get a lot of love. But they're still so good. Which, it's kind of the current thing being said around is that the best games of today are remakes of games from 20 years ago. And, that's kind of true. It's probably more true than it should be. Yeah, I'm actually going to pick the 1-up. I'm playing scared. I'm playing scared. I'm going to die. It's gonna be horrible. I'm gonna have to game over from people. That's fine. That's why we're doing it. There will be plenty of other games. I'm sure I'll die a lot more than on this one. Well, that was nice. That might be a little bit of a saving grace. I almost tried to headbutt that guy. That would have been unfortunate. Oh, that didn't work out very well for me, did it? Oh, that didn't either. Right, stand at the back of the platform, not at the front. Okay. The game is having pity on me. Heard. Sad when you need the game to have pity on you. Oh, that's kind of cute. I don't think I've seen that. Man, it's being generous with health today. I mean, I'll take it, but it's going to be kind of disappointing if Alright, let me just find a way to get hit by that guy. Hold on a second. Just find a way to get hit by him. I know I can do it. I know I can get hit by him. Oh, Metal Man. So yeah, you're gonna see some things on this game which will not necessarily be indicative of this series as I do it. Where, like I'm pretty good at some of these boss fights. I'm not a speedrunner and I'm not excellent at them, but I understand their mechanics and can deal with them. But we'll, in a lot of the later games that I'm gonna do, starting next week probably. I do not understand the mechanics of the game and have not played it in any length or amount. So it will be some of it might be kind of painful for me, hopefully entertaining for you. We shall see. So yeah, if we beat the game today, then just gonna go back through and I'm gonna go back through and play it again. Because if I manage to beat it, I think I probably can. I'm hoping that's not too ambitious. But I doubt it will be, particularly clean or smooth. So, we'll just keep going until actually getting reasonably good at it. Like, I really shouldn't die on Airman, and I really shouldn't die on a few people I shouldn't die on. I probably shouldn't die on Quickman. I probably will. I'd like to be able to get all of those jumps to that point where I'm just able to get them in one shot. But something to work on. Hey, look, Mega Man jumps high underwater. It's so spiky. Yeah, because of the nature of this too, if I were doing a full casual play, then I could stock up on health and stock up on items and things like that. There are a couple times I might have to do that, such as I think it's Wily 3. I can never remember the one where you need Crashman's weapon to blow up the walls. You cannot beat that without Crashman. So if I don't have Crashman, then I will either have to game over or stop. I'm not going to take any intentional damage, but I'm also not going to refill, or I'm going to try not to refill. And yeah, that's kind of the... So, trying to play it straight through with just the drops given. That may or may not be a wise idea, but wise or not, that's how I'm going to try it. I was asking a buddy of mine yesterday, a couple actually. I don't know how they determine where these crabs drop down, so if anyone actually does know, post it in the comments. I'd like to hear what people have to say on that. I think they spawn relative to your position, but it doesn't. I don't know. There's something about it that looks like they actually fall in a specific spot. But it's been too long since I've played it. Yeah, come on. Yeah, whatever. He's not hard. I'm not worried about taking a couple body shots from him. Not worried about taking a couple body shots from him. I always forget how long it takes to go through the end screens here when you beat a boss. I might have to take that into account for other games. I love the music to this stage. It's so good. It's so good. It's just amazing what good sound they actually did get off of, the 8-bit systems. It's so good. I need to work on my mashing actually. So not in any really effective capacity, but I do run for fun. Sometimes I do run Mega Man X, and I've been working on getting better at that. I'm not particularly good at it right now, but it's one of those things, I just sort of passively decide to pick up. And I've been refurbishing a bunch of Super Famicom controllers, so it's one of those things where I'd kind of like to. I kind of need test stuff. It's like, well, okay, you need you need your controller to work pretty well if you're going to speedrun something. So I figured it was a good test to see what's going on and how it's going to work. To actually speedrun while running on a Famicom controller. And it's been pretty effective. But it's individual segments are decent, but I still can't clear the whole game in under an hour, and I kind of feel like, for me, that's what I'm shooting for, is to be able to beat the whole game in an hour or less. And as I'm learning more strats, I'm realizing that the grip I've got is not good enough to get me that speed, so I've been changing up my grip, which messes with years of muscle memory, and I can't find a way that I like that I can actually mash faster. It's probably just practice, but so I'm not doing it seriously. It's more just sort of a fun pastime, and I'm fine practicing a couple techniques, but I don't really have the time to practice a bunch of stuff for hours. So I'm working on these consoles and trying to get a bunch of them cleaned up, and it's been fine, but it doesn't leave that much time for actually just straight up practicing techniques for speedrunning. Because that's not really part of the business. That's more just something I'm doing for fun, and then that kind of coincides with the fact that I need to be making sure my products work. So we'll see. We shall see. I missed him, didn't I? I really missed him. So as I go up here, you guys will get to laugh at me a bit. The birds wreck me every time. I don't know why, but every time I just get destroyed by the birds on the long climb. As I said, in future episodes of this, I know I could have jumped. I'm just kind of being lazy on that. But in future episodes, a lot of the games that I'll be playing, I actually won't have had that much experience, so I won't know what I'm coming up against. This game, for better or for worse, I know it reasonably well. Am I going to get him? No? Okay, well, whatever. There's no need for that. I mean, maybe there is. If I could avoid getting hit on those, that's something to something to aspire to. The other thing you'll see later on is I can never ever remember what 1 and 3 are for the special weapons. I remember 2 because I don't know, for some reason I remember 2. I did not know that guy could jump across that gap. I was just goofing off and making sure that the whole setup worked yesterday. I did not. I made a mistake, and really? Wow, okay. You know what? That guy's being a jerk. As I said, the birds wreck me every time. I don't know what it is. Yeah, this is exactly what ends up happening to me on this line, and I don't know why. Although, actually, come to think of it, I have noticed that every time you screen out and screen back in, that the bird comes from the left. So maybe, or not, I guess. Well, that was doomed to failure. Yeah, see, look, he came from the left there, and I don't know why that happens. I feel like I should, but this is probably going to go poorly, but since I have air, and I've got plenty of air, it might not. I don't know. It would have been nice if they dropped something, though. Stingy. Stingy. Not very nice of them. What have I got? 8 bars of health? Something like that? Oh, well, that should be... okay, alright. Or we could just, kill him. That's, that's the other alternative. Excuse me. Made a mistake. I forgot to bring water. So I may need to step off and get some water. Let's do Quick Man next. I hate Quick Man, but we'll get him out of the way. Then we'll do Heat Man, and then we will do Woodman. I always forget how Woodman just hits like a tank. But, yeah, that's what it is. It's what it is. I think I can make it. I think I can. I think I'm a real boy. Ooh, thank you. Never mind. Water has suddenly appeared. That's awesome. Thank you for that. If you hear rustling in the background, I've got 2 cats, and they're both running around like crazy little creatures, like basically like cats. So, I think that laser there just shaved my head. I think I got a haircut. A rather deadly haircut. I don't like this barber. I'm gonna go home. I want to get a haircut. The guy shot a gigantic insta-killing laser at me. Said nobody ever. Oh, wow. My mashing is bad today. Woohoo! Okay, that's a little bit... Oh, that's not better. I take it back. That is not better. Oh, it hurts. That didn't go well, and I'm not good at this boss. That should be an interesting mix. I think if I stand here, swap to air, and shoot, that I can catch him really quickly. But I'm not. Nope, I was wrong. Yeah, that didn't go well. In fact, this is going to go poorly now because I've used up all of Flash. That was probably unwise. We'll see what happens, but this... I'm not good at Quick Man. If anyone has any hints for him, maybe... Oh well, that was not horrible. I mean... This we're gonna use an E-tank. Yeah, we're definitely gonna use an E-tank there because A, I'm bad at this boss, and B, I think that given me not doing some incredibly stupid stuff. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that wasn't that bad. 1 E-tank. I'd like to get to the point where I can do the whole thing without an E-tank, but that's acceptable. My rust is really going to show, though. Really going to show in the Wily levels. So, this isn't going to be quite the... this isn't going to be quite the struggle that, like... Oops, see, I forgot the birds. Knew I would. Eventually. Given enough time to mess that up, I will. every time. Yeah, and anything you guys actually would like to see, then by all means, please request it. My game library isn't the most expansive, but I have a pretty good assortment, and most of the key and important titles I have. I'm lacking a couple things, like I don't have Bionic Commando, and I don't have a couple of those. Which I should probably remedy, but that some of that stuff will have to wait, just because if I need some justification for it. It doesn't. I can't just buy them willy-nilly. The cost for all of the old good Nintendo games is not negligible. You know, I think I've done that pretty much every time. Though I don't know if I've ever gotten hit by that guy. I think this is where I want Crash, yeah. Cool. Yeah, okay. Alright, well, it's starting to get back into the swing of this a little bit now. He was coming for me. He was coming for me from a mile away. I got 3 last. I'll try this. I think that was pretty good, actually. I hope it doesn't kill me. Ah, cool. Yeah, no, did it. I usually don't go for that extra life because, why? Like, why do it? There's not really a particularly good reason for doing it, but... yeah, that guy. I'll just take the iframes and get out of there, I think. Well, I'm thinking that my mashing was really good yesterday because I tested this setup. Yesterday just to see, see how it would go and see what it looked like. And I was wrecking those guys. I'm like, man, these guys normally give me a really hard time. And I was trying to figure out why they weren't giving me a really hard time. And I just realized it's because since I was just testing, I actually had it on easy mode. I forgot to put it on hard mode. And so I'm sitting here thinking, that's a little different than yesterday. Yeah, they got a lot more hit points. They can take a lot more punishment. Oops. All right. All right, Heatman and Woodman. So I mentioned earlier I played a bit of X for the SNES, and I played a bit of 7, X2, X3, of course, and I've played Mega Man and Bass. But for the original Nintendo, the original series, I've played 1 a solid chunk, actually. 1 and 2 are the Mega Man that I've actually played, and then 3, I'd never beaten it until about a week ago. Well, I guess maybe a couple weeks ago at this point, but yeah, I just for some reason never got around to it, which sort of stinks. And I've still never played Mega Man 4, which seems like an atrocity to say, but yeah, I've never played Mega Man 4. I have acquired 1 through 6 because I figured I should play them, and that's what I was thinking, that they would be fun for everyone to actually get that first impression. And I will play those on stream at some point. I'm not sure how worthwhile it is to play all 6 of them again. I don't know how that would go. That's a lot of games that's a lot of the same series, right? I mean, if you watch 6 Mega Man games for the Nintendo and then 5 for the super. That's an awful lot of the same feeling content. Although they're different, but there's still Mega Man games. So I think that that's probably a bit of an overdose. It might make sense to play 4, 5, and 6, since I've never played any of those. Do that a little bit later, like man, I'm having trouble with the diagonals today. Try it and see how that goes. Play 4, 5, and 6, and then play it at a later point. Treat it more like the second trilogy. It's a dangerous likeness to make, isn't it? It's gonna hit me. I hate these guys. I don't know why. They always end up getting me. Who am I fighting? I'm fighting Heat Man? No, I almost always go to Flashman, because when it says the F, I think fire, and then I forget that it's the H for heat. But because of how much I play the X games, I also forget that you don't fire when you press the button to start charging, and I forget that you can't just hold the button down when you walk into the room and start charging. Those two things always trip me up. So that fight is, obviously fine, but for some reason I have a little trouble with it. Or just have trouble remembering what it's actually going to be. So, playing this not too long ago, when I realized that I was no longer that good at it, I realized I was fighting the dragon here, and I did not know that the dragon could just body you and kill you in one shot. I've never been hit by the dragon, by the dragon's proper body. So yeah, that wasn't fun. I tried to anticipate the bird, and I did not. I did there. It's not the worst. Suppose at some point, if we get through a bunch of these and start actually getting good at a number of them, then could start doing some other things, like challenge runs where no Metal Man in this or something like that. I've got an interest in doing that if people actually want to see it. I don't know how much of an interest there is in that. Is it really? Okay. It just has to go back up. Interesting. I will refill that. Obviously, I'm going to have to refill some on the wiliest stages, especially if I do that. That's frustrating. That's a frustrating jump to have missed. Here, I think we'll just go basic. And we'll just take one to the face. Almost did something dumb there and didn't pick that up, but whatever. Who picks up power-ups in the game? Especially when they need them. Guess I don't need to actually kill that guy. I could just sprint when he's not shooting. But it's the principle of the thing. It's the principle of the thing. Okay. And this is where I forget which one it is. I think it's 1. It has to be, because I've used 2 and 3. Oh, good lord. Alright. So halfway. that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. At least it didn't. I was trying to, instead of just scooching along there, I was trying to jump and, get a little further off. I don't have a sense for how far over on the ladder he can get. But that. Alright, there we go. That's not bad. I'll take it. I will take it. I think here I can just switch to quick boomerang, right? Yeah. Yep. That's a thing. As I said, I actually got bodied by the dragon. And I've never had that happen before, but now that it's happened to me once, I really don't ever want it to happen again. Okay. Alright, got him. Oh, God. Whew. Upscale, that flashing is kind of brutal. And who needs to worry about avoiding damage? Apparently not me. Probably should, though. Let's see. I can't remember. I think we need 3 more than 1. I can't remember. Actually, no, there is a point here. Yeah, I'm about to need 1. Hopefully, these guys will be nice and drop a little bit. Okay. That's not the worst. Oh, cool. I didn't know about that. Let's take care of that guy. It's 2 that we need, not 1. As I said, I keep getting confused about that. Let's fill up 3, fill up 1, take that guy out, and then actually use the correct item. How's that sound for a plan? Decent? Cool. Good, because that's what we're doing. Okay. Metal. And then can fill back up on 2. I can't remember if more 2 is needed here soon or not, but if it is, then I'll have it. I think I've got 4 E-tanks, right? Yeah, okay, so I don't need that. I'll pick up the extra life just because maybe there's a reason to do that. But I will need to refill Crash, so we'll just do that right now. And just take a couple body shots and get through here. There's really no reason not to. I wonder what the sprite limitation is on this. Like how many of these things can be on the screen at a time. Actually don't know. This takes 3, doesn't it? Yeah. This takes 3. Okay. I really can't remember. This is going to be bubble, isn't it? Because it's the... Yeah. I keep getting wrecked in this fight, so this is probably going to be one of those where I end up having to take a little bit of a detour and preserve my health a little bit, because this The bottom one, which is fine. Yeah, because then I get hit by that guy. And I can never remember where... Woo! Well, that's why I stood where I stood. Alright, I'm going to use an E because for some reason I always mess up when I've got that, like, one last hit to get, and then I mess up the pattern, and it ends up killing me. So let's curtail that a little bit, and just try and handle what's happening. All right. I think you want to... Yeah, this is where you use crash. I wonder if there's a way to blow up both of those walls. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know if... Sorry about that. Cat decided to jump straight into the cam. I still messed it up. I got in, then I messed it up. There we go. Alright, well, whatever. More's the pity, huh? Well, I did not remember the bubbles there either, or the spikes. So I basically just got really lucky, and I think I can... Yeah, I think you could do... Yeah, I don't remember where the spikes actually are in this. And I remember accidentally walking into them a lot. So I'm going to take that one a little delicately. Try not to get completely hosed. I hate these guys. I don't remember what boss this is, and I don't remember what weapon is. It's quick boomerang. It's like quick boomerang is the weakness for every single one of these bosses. You know, I'd like to not have to... Yeah, okay. I was gonna say I'd like to not have to use an E-tank on every single boss, just because out of pride, if nothing else, but... So it's worth noting that last time I played this, I did not beat it. I got really frustrated because I messed up. I messed up here at the end. Let me make a quick assessment. I know I'm coming up to refights, and I can't remember what you actually need. I know I need Crash Full, but I have that. 2 and 3. I think I can make it by with what I've got on the weapons, so I'm just going to pick up the energy here and hope that that doesn't come back to bite me here immediately. You know, it can bite me in a little bit, just not immediately, please. That would be nice. That would be nice. How many E-tanks do I have? Okay, alright. Yeah, we're looking okay. I'm not above using the trick with Metal Man and with Bubble Ed and Quick Man for refilling and saving your energy. Yeah, I'm not above that at all. So just be forewarned. That's completely legitimate as far as I'm concerned. I don't know whether that guy will actually pop out of his shell or not from the wall. I guess the answer is no, he won't. I know he will here, and I don't care. Because he doesn't matter. You know, it's kind of... even though I'm doing a horrible job of it, one of the things that has to be said about these old games is how much they really do teach you about their own mechanics. Like the, randomly falling through the blocks, that some of these are false. That, you just don't see enough of that anymore. Which is a real pity. A real pity. Okay, so I'll need number 1 later on. That's the one I need. Wow, that was kind of redundant, wasn't it? I'll need a lot of number 1 as the one I need. The only one. There's only one of. How many times can we get away with this? Probably not too many. I don't know why I did that. It's really not a particularly wise idea. Oh, well, that's fine, though. That was kind of, fortunate. I don't think that guy will matter at all. I don't think any of the... Well, they might. They might. Yeah, I think I'm fine. It's 2 you need here. Yeah, okay. Alright. Just can't remember. And I'll need 1 for the boss fight. I think I'm at the boss fight, right? Or is there one more room? Oh, it's these guys, right. Well... Or I could do that. I mean, that was another option, I guess. It'd be nice if he actually dropped some health. And then there's this guy who's just gonna body me twice. Oh, that's so painful. See, this is where I got frustrated. Because this is where I start to do kind of stupid things and get punished for it really heavily. And there's really not a good area around here to fill up. So it's like, it almost doesn't matter how many lives you have left, because once you run out of the powers that you need to actually beat the level, then sure, you can have 6,000 lives, but tough. Well, I'd say it's almost like damage doesn't matter, but then again, I just died from damage, so I guess damage does matter, huh? Woo! I've never died on that part, but I kind of forgot I needed to jump. I'm really, really, really lucky that I remembered when I did, and that I executed that properly. That could have been very bad. Very, very bad. Alright, is it worth using air on these guys? I don't think so, because I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need it later. Man. He still hit me. I don't like that guy. I don't like that guy. Oh, come on. That guy could at least drop me some health. Don't do it. Don't do it. Alright. This boss I will use an E-Tank on, and I can't remember. So it's going to take me a second to remember this guy's pattern, because I think I can take 1 hit. I think that's exactly what I can take here. But I really don't remember. Let's find out how much damage they do before I... Okay, so there's Crash once. And let's E-Tank at that point. And then go back to Crash. Take that one out. That at least takes a little bit of pressure off. And then I still get hit there. That's fine. Actually, what I'm going to do here is pop down in here and blow him up. And then 3 out. Because I think that makes the most sense. And then I'll go down here. I'll crash this twice. Or, you know, crash there. Crash to take him out. Go back over here and get hit by that anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then 3 here, and I don't know how much Crash I have left. So do I have enough for 2? I don't think I do. So let's dodge this next shot, which I did, so that's good. And then let's just ride this. Oh crap. Nope. Am I really? I'm gonna have to E-Tank again here. That's kind of... Blast it. No. Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's really unfortunate, and that's in time. Oh no, that means they all come back. That means I messed up enough that I now can't beat it. That's exactly what I was talking about, and I even said I needed to E-Tank, and I didn't. So that's my fault, and there's no recovering from it that I know of. I mean, we've got 6 lives. Can see if I can salvage something. Yeah, okay. Alright, well, this is going to go south from here. Let's try it. Let's try and recover this now. Because that's not good. Oh, crap. I did not mean to go back up a screen. Man, that was so bad. I do it every time, too. This boss gives me no end of trouble. I don't know why. Boss is not really that hard. Although... I don't know. I think you can only kill those things with Crash Man. If anyone knows of another way, please let me know. Yeah, that's... I wonder if you can... Nope! Okay, alright. Alright, it's enough of experimentation. So for quick... for Crash, I have a little bit. Not enough. I mean, if I get through this, then I'm not worried because it's... I've got it under control. It really stinks that I can't pick that up, because that might have been enough to... There's one place I can think of to fill up, which is just right here. This guy right below. So if I could fire that and have him drop a large energy in the wall a couple times. And then... Yeah, that's not going to happen. I don't know. I don't know. I guess the answer is don't mess up that fight, but I do it every time, so... Kind of a problem. Kind of a problem. I know the walls are gone. I know the walls are gone, but I think that all of the... I mean, I know all of the eyes come back. I think Crash Man's the only thing that'll hurt him, though. I'll try a couple of things. I mean, at this point... Oh, wrong. Okay, that ended well. Okay, a little force damage there, but you know what? If he's going to do that, I'm going to do this. Maybe this guy will drop me a large energy, you know, or not. All right, so if that's the case, what we're going to do here is just do one to get up here again, and then I'm going to go and practice on this guy and see if any... Oh, no, that's bad. Did not mean to do that. Again, thought, see if a fully charged... No, okay, that doesn't work. Air doesn't work. Wood doesn't work. Bubble, I'm almost certain doesn't work. Yeah. I mean, maybe quick. I haven't tried anything else. Nope. Yeah, okay. So none of that worked. That stinks that I used all my flash. Oh, how fast it goes south. How fast it all crumbles before you. But that's why I said getting good. I know there's that trick where you can actually get 2 hits with Crashman, but I don't know how to do it. And I've never actually done it, so yeah. That doesn't help. I hate this boss. I mean, there has to be a... I mean, there is a way to do it. Don't mess up, but... It's so brutal, I even said, I should use an E-Tank here. Then just got shot in the face. Actually, there is something I can do, because I don't know... I actually don't know how much ammo... I don't know how much ammo gets absorbed by using... Crashman's weapon. So I may have had enough to blow out that wall and then take the guy down. That I may have had. And I do need to know that, because that would have affected what I... Unless I just get bodied by this guy a lot. But... Well, I did try to stop and not pick that up, but I failed. So, I'm not going to try. I'm not going to, with 3 lives left, I'm going to see how much... Yeah, okay, I only had 1 more shot left. So, that didn't matter. And, yeah, that kills me pretty effectively. So... Yeah, about that. I really don't know of a place to... Did that a second time. I really don't know of a place to fill up your energy. That's the thing. Because... Well, maybe I do. Maybe I do. Maybe you can just, like, farm these guys on the edge. Like, when they're coming here, maybe I can salvage this. Let's find out, because I don't want to spend too much time on stream grinding. But I think that watching me kill myself another 3 times, unless I just, like, intentionally game over, I don't think that's particularly entertaining either. So this might be the fastest way to recover from my errors, and it, you know, if it is, then that's fine. We won't do this for too long. I mean, I don't think we'll do this for very long. Yeah, this looks like the only place where you can. I didn't know you. I mean, I knew you could do this, but I never thought about doing it right here. And they do seem to drop a steady stream of the small capsules. If that's the case, then I'll definitely E-tank for that boss. And in the future, I just need to get good at him. Yeah. Sorry guys, this I did not want to have to resort to this. But it is what it is. And the reason, if you're wondering why I'm not using Metal Blade on this, firstly for the reason that I don't want to use up the energy on it. Not that it really matters, but I also don't want to kill all of them in a shot, because one shot would go across all of them and wipe them all out. And that's not really something that that's not something I'm really too keen on. And right at the beginning of the stream, when I said there might be one area I have to grind, this is what I was talking about. This is, in fact, what I was talking about. So, we'll see. We shall see. I wish these guys would drop a large one. Or that I could not make that mistake. Well, that went south fast, didn't it? Okay, there we go. We're back to me not messing up. We're very temporarily back to me not messing up. We'll see about that. Okay, that's starting to, we're starting to get there. I don't know. I should probably I don't want to have to do this more than once, right? So I'm going to grind up a little bit higher on Crashman, and that way, if I mess up again, then we aren't going to be here doing this a second time. Like, I'll be able to get enough to manage that, because the walls are busted out. So at least we can just go back in and wipe out the guys that are yeah, that's gonna be really unfortunate. Okay, all right, so as long as there's only two, the third only spawns from that one side. That's good to know. In fact, that seems to be yeah. You have no idea how badly I want to grind out the Flash, just because. All right, we're almost there. Again, I want to make sure that I don't have to do this again, so I am gonna grind out. Crashman, but once I grind out Crashman, I'm not gonna continue. I'll just have to be good enough to beat Quickman with air. All right, that's good enough. That's good enough. We'll deal with that and suck it up. I don't even know. I can actually already go to number 2, and hopefully that's enough. We'll find out. We will find out the hard way. Oh no, I guess I do need metal, don't I? For this guy. For this wise guy. I wonder if it actually makes more sense to shoot him early, so that if he drops something in the wall, you can get it. Like, you get multiple chances it drops at that point. That would actually make sense. I never thought about it, but that would actually make sense. Yep, now I definitely need number 2. I don't think I need any of the those weapons after this, do I? I don't think so, because it's refights and then Wily, I'm pretty sure. And here we are doing this nonsense again. Alright, well, that's quite enough of that. We'll just embody this and mash through that guy. Okay. I will probably take a hit here, though I will try my damnedest not to. Alright, that's not a good placement. Alright, I am just going to E-Tank now, and then go to Crash, because that seems like the best path here. No path is good here, let's be honest. Alright. Oh no, really? Did I? Okay. Whew. I was about to be really upset with myself if I'd messed that up. Really upset with myself. That would have been... How horrible would that have been? That would have been like the... I don't know. The icing on the cake. And let me make sure... Okay. There we go. Done. Done. Got him. We're good. We're good. Okay, refights. And I think for Wily, I can't remember, but I think for Wily, you want fire. I think. I got bodied by him a lot more than I normally do. Okay, airman. What's it? Oh, it's wood, isn't it, for air? Wow. Okay, that was ugly. That was really, really ugly. Normally I don't get completely bodied by him like that. This is probably bad because of how much damage he does. Alright. There's one. Okay. That was at least clean. So, yeah. And then my guess is the next couple I'll be able to take down something with metal. Yeah, okay. Good. We're we're in the... Okay. If we're into the area where Metal Man can wreck a few things, then, except for I did decide to do Quick Man for some reason. I do need air for Crash Man. I feel like I've almost got a pattern on him, but I cannot figure out what it is. So, yeah, that kind of sucks, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, let's make sure to grab that. It's actually, for me, embarrassingly, for me, that's a good Quick Man fight. And that really shouldn't be the case. Like, I need to... For heaven's sake. Alright, so basically, when you fire, he jumps. I did not realize that. That makes Crash Man a lot easier. That makes Crash Man a lot easier, actually. So, Metal Man will be a complete joke. As I said, Metal Man will be a complete joke. And then... What does that leave? Bubble? No, I got Bubble. Can't remember who the last one... Oh, okay, Flash. Yeah, sure. Okay. Alright, that wasn't the worst. So, we're good on crash. What do you need for this guy? Oh, you need heat, don't you? So, will metal do anything? It will. Oh, I didn't know he did that much damage. I mean, I knew he did some damage, but... Whew, that stung. Ow. It's not good. Well, let's see. Well, let's see if... No, that doesn't do anything. I don't know why. I guess there's... Alright, I guess we're just bustering this guy. I can't figure out... we're gonna use it because I feel like I can handle the rest. I mean, I can't handle the rest, but... Well, I can't handle the rest if I'm playing like that, but... Really? Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I'm not beating that. I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to get good at this, huh? I wish I knew. It looks like there's actually a pattern here, because I managed to... Okay, so we got that stage, and I don't know how to dodge the bounce there, and we're not getting okay, so we had to do all the refights over again. So... Alright. I don't understand how he does that. Like, sometimes he stops short. Sometimes he goes all the way, and sometimes he stops short. And I don't know... I don't know how to deal with that, to be honest with you. Alright, that should take care of him, and it does. Alright, Woodman, I guess I need heat. So if I need heat, I don't know how much damage metal actually does to him. It does a solid amount, so I guess we'll do that. Do I die in one more hit to him? I guess I'll just have to kill him before I find out. Yeah, that'll work. That's fine. Although the problem really here is that what the upper right was, this was metal, wasn't it? Let's use this to get another... Let's use this to get another health up. And then, since I have trouble with... Yeah, bubble's not a problem. Him I can just body because that'll give me enough health to refill. And then quick will beat again here with just Buster, and this time... Yeah, I just have so much trouble with Quickman. I have so much trouble with Quickman. But I mean, I guess this is a good chance to learn him and you know, figure out how to actually combat him. I mean, I can take the iframes at least and use that to my advantage to get in the extra hits. Like that was actually pretty good. So maybe given time, that can, you know, form into some sort of strat for that. But I don't know. Um, so the fact that he jumps makes him a bit of a joke, doesn't it? Yeah, that does help a lot. I think the last one I'm gonna. I think the last fight I've got is gonna be helpful for. Yeah, it's just flash. Okay. And that's not. I mean, that's not a fight. So that's the thing. Now, I don't know what to do here because is it based on when you jump? Is that what's happening here? I don't understand when it curls up. I don't know when it curls up. It looks like it looks like I jump and then it curls up. I'm just gonna do this because I managed to do this pretty well with just Buster. Yeah, I think that's it. It's just waiting. It fires. It fires low. Yeah, okay. I think I see this. Now the question is, I think heat is what you want to be using here. I can't remember. Okay, I am very wrong. Which means I don't know what this second phase. Oh, air. Okay. All right, well that matters. Yeah, that stinks, but at least I figured out that that's air because I'm gonna game over. I'm gonna have to do the refights again, and then after I do the refights, then it'll be be pretty straightforward for. Oh, I guess what happens is when he actually starts to move, he comes to where you are. So if you've moved after he's started to do his fireball at you, then that's when. Okay, all right, I get that now. That's fair. So that's. Man, getting him. Man, that stinks. That is kind of a pain. I should just use Buster on him, but I don't. I know his weakness. It just I can't hit it like the way that the tiles actually register the hitboxes is just ugly. I mean, once I get through it like that, yeah, okay. So I should just use Buster on him because I'm not gaining anything by not doing that. And wood, I'm not using heat, so this I should just do that and call it a day. Okay. I think the next is going to be, well, the next is going to be quick, isn't it? Since I've got full health. I mean, yeah. Since I've got full health, man, I screwed that up, didn't I? But I think I salvaged it. I think I salvaged that one. And this is exactly where I'm talking about, trying to get good at this. Because... So the next one I'm going to have trouble with is Crash. So let's go here and wreck Bubble Man's day. And I need to be a little bit more... careful with my metal blade because of how effective it is against wild. I guess I don't really need to be better with that. I don't really care about him because I'll do him, then I'll do Metal Man. Then I'll do Metal Man, and then I'll do Crash Man, and I don't remember who the last person is, but I guess Crash Man is the last. But at least I've got the air down now so that I don't think that'll be an issue. I say that and then I screw it up immediately, but I still don't think that's going to be that big of a problem. And then for Wily, I've got my rhythm down with regular Buster. So let's take on Wily with regular Buster and see how that goes. That's really unfortunate that I got hit. Okay, so that's got that. Now this is air, so I wonder... I mean, he is bodying me, but is that... Yeah, that's it. I can't figure out how to dodge those, so... The fact that I can't figure out how to dodge those is just going to murder me every time. Because I don't have an E-Tank. It's not like I can just... Do I have an E? I don't think so. I think I used it up, didn't I? Yeah, I definitely used it up. Okay. Well, this is going south, isn't it? Well, Wily is living up to being a final boss, isn't he? I'm not going to survive this. I don't... let's see if there's another weapon. That was embarrassing. That was kind of embarrassing. Yeah, about that. That was really embarrassing. Yeah, he does do that short, like, little hop. And it's, I guess you know, because he does a short hop. He just doesn't do the long one. So, for air, I said I was just going to do Buster, right? I think that was what I said? Yeah, pretty sure. So, let's see... Yeah. It's really hard to dodge that. I mean, I already know sort of what's happening there, but it's still really hard to dodge. Let's take on Quick Man again because I have trouble with him. So this way, if something goes horribly south, then... I think I can just body him until the... Yeah, okay, that worked out pretty well. Okay, so shoring up my weaknesses here. That's pretty good. So I think... Where was Crash? Crash is here, I think, right? No, that's metal. Okay. So we'll just wreck him real fast. And then go back to air. And I guess that means he's in the bottom right. Yeah, okay. Alright, so that's fine. So... Alright, so I need to just let him be. That's what I need. I wonder if Flash is useful on any of the Wily refights. I don't think so, but I don't really know. I suppose I should have gone upper right, and then... Wow. I mean, you're not going to stop me, but that was kind of ugly, wasn't it? That was kind of ugly. Okay, so for him, I definitely do heat. I definitely charge up heat. Okay, that was smooth, and then metal for the last one. Okay, alright, so Flashman's a punk. Oh, I didn't realize. What does he do? Just jump every time he hits a wall and every time he gets hit with a shot? That's kind of fascinating. Okay, so Wily 1. Just going to use Buster. That's fine. There's an argument here, too, for... jumping earlier than that, I guess? There's an argument to not getting hit. I'm just going to go on a limb and say there is an argument for not getting hit. I mean, I'm not making a very good case for that argument. I just want to see. I wonder if, like, Flashman or anything... No, that doesn't do anything to him. Okay. It was worth a try, because I'm not going to use it on anyone else. Like, it's not worth using on Quickman now that I've figured him out, especially since I'm going in with full health. I would like to figure out... There has to be a way... Maybe if you do 1 and... Yeah, no, that just does that. Okay, so that's... So air does damage to him, but there has to be a way... Maybe if you just get underneath... Oh, wait, no. I want to be here for first phase. Maybe if you just get underneath him, then... If you just get underneath him, you can hit him with air and not get hit by the things. I doubt that's what happens here, but... Man, that was a really bad first fight on my end. So, yeah, we'll do that, and then can you get... I don't think I can... Yeah, and the next shot's just going to kill me, no matter what I do there. And it looks like if you don't hit the front, then there has to be a way to dodge those attacks, right? I mean, in all of these old games, they may be hard, but there has to be a way. I mean, I guess your timing just has to be really good, so maybe I should just, like, just suck up the... Suddenly I'm doing really poorly on him again, too, so... Yeah, I mean, I just, like... I don't know whether it's me and my timing or what, but... Alright, so for anyone watching at this point, there's a couple options. I don't mind continuing what I'm doing right now. And just doing the refights and just sucking up the pain and learning the thing. But I feel like for entertainment value, maybe the best thing is... Okay, you just need to go away now. Thank you. The best thing here might be... I can't remember who this is. I've forgotten again. Okay. I think the best thing at this point might be to learn the pattern and then do another run and just go through the whole game, because I mean, this is watching the exact same fight time and time again like this is I don't have a problem doing it. I mean, that's why I'm live streaming it, but it is not the most entertaining, I don't think. I'm gonna get pretty close to dying on him. Okay, that was better though. Uh, yeah, I don't know. There has to be. I don't know if this is the best use of time, but I mean I've got no problem doing it. It's interesting, at least it's at least interesting to play. Although, you know, as I mean, that's kind of fascinating. You really can get him into a pattern. I've never done that before. So now it's crash and it is quick. So we'll take quick down first. He's must be a lot. So the fact that he just runs at you. Yeah, I can take care of him. Fighting him in his actual level is got to be a little bit more interesting than. Okay, yeah, I've got him down for sure. And then Metal Blade will take care. I mean, if I could just damage race Wily, I think I could take down the last form of Wily. But yeah, that doesn't go well for Metal Man ever. But yeah, I feel like there's got to be something here. There's got to be some trick to Wily 2. Wily Stage 2. Because clearly, you know, waiting, like the only reason I'm getting hit on most of these is because I'm jumping too early. Although that didn't feel like I jumped too early. That just seemed like has to be something here. No, that's Flash again. Yeah, alright. Let's get here to dodge that one and then immediately change and go to... Well, I never came out of iframes long enough to actually fire the weapon, and that kind of stinks. And that's the other thing that I'm getting caught on here, is trying to fire... Yeah... Man, how is it that... That is a kick in the teeth. That's so brutal. To die on him in that way? I don't know. It's just where I got stuck last time I played it. Yeah, now I'm out of rhythm and I'm just getting wrecked. Yeah, now I can't beat that either. Oh man, that's harsh. That's really harsh. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to figure out how to beat him. Like, see if I can figure out a weakness, you know, assuming at this point I can get the second stage. I think I'm just going to use Metal Man, and that way, excuse me, and that way I can shoot him from the ground and see if maybe it does a little bit more damage, and, you know, just test, like, there's got literally nothing to lose here. So, man, he's giving me the 3 bad patterns all in a row. And that will kill him. That's his bad pattern. Ha ha. But he's given me 3 bad patterns in a row. So anyway, what we're gonna do is go back, try it again, see if there's something that I'm missing, and then I didn't charge long enough. Okay, well, this is gonna be interesting. All right, that was less interesting than it could have been, which is a good thing. That could have been too interesting. And Bubble Man is not going to put up much of a struggle. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really care about the hits I'm going to take there. I'll do this just to make sure I don't. Yeah. Oh, really? He hit me? Oh, well. Alright, I guess I'll do Metal Man then. Alright. And then we'll do... Well, I have the most trouble with Quick Man. So I guess if Flash doesn't do anything to anyone else, then I'll just use it. He'll take a little bit of damage, and then we'll go back to fighting him normally with the Buster, because he will go down quickly that way. Yeah, I mean, that mitigates the fight pretty effectively. And then go back over to Error and take down Crash Man, and see how that goes. Okay, that goes fine. So let's go to Metal, see if Metal works better on Wily 1, and then address what would do with Wily 2 after that. Because yeah, I don't... Is it how close you are to him? Okay, so that's fine. Unfortunately, I don't think Crash is going to... That didn't work, did it? At all. I got one shot in, and I didn't see how much damage I got in either. So that is really not helpful. I really need to get this phase 1 down. Man, I had it perfectly for a long time there. I think I'm just getting impatient. Like, that's because I'm starting to get a little frustrated, and yeah, because that's all I'm doing now is I'm just getting frustrated, and then he's just wrecking me. Yeah, I mean, I get to him and immediately die. This is not progress. It's backwards progress. I guess no. Progression is moving forward. This is not progression. Now I'm getting clipped by it every time again. Man, it just sucks. Okay, Crash Man does look like it does a lot more damage to him if I could get to him with more than 1 hit point effectively. This is starting to get a little frustrating. No lie about that. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Okay, so got him. Go to this next and take Airman out. Ah, good lord. Well, that was unnecessary. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll take a body hit from him. That's fine. And then, actually, we're going to go metal next. I'm going to go metal next. Take on a bubble man. Use him as a health refill. Go to Flash. Wreck. Quick Man. Okay, you know, I probably should have dodged that, but I didn't. What'd you think of that? I could have dodged it, but it did. So I guess the soft weakness of Wily 2 is air, and then Crash is actually the hard weakness. So it's just a matter of getting that rhythm down that I had for a second there, for a couple fights, where I can get through stage 1 without getting completely destroyed. And then if I can get through stage 1 without getting completely destroyed, then it'll be a lot better. It'll be a lot better at that point. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, I mean, I'm not going to survive this, but at least I can try to do some damage to him. Oh. That was just dumb. That was just dumb. Yeah, that was just me being an idiot. Oh, that's not good. Okay. I actually feel like this is the start of something that makes... Man! Well, I felt like I was getting somewhere, and I think it's kind of somewhere, but I don't think it's somewhere enough. I mean, basically what we've established is, at this point, at my skill level, we need an E-Tank for this fight. Not only do we need an E-Tank, we need an E-Tank for when it's going well. I mean, I just like... I'm mucking that up. Yeah, see that? It didn't even look like that touched me, but it still killed me. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to start back from the beginning, and we're going to go through this one more time. And we're going to try and get to this fight, and we're going to try and get here with an E-Tank. And then we'll see how it goes from there. Because I think that's what I'm messing up. I mean, if this were normal difficulty, then this wouldn't be a problem, right? I mean, clearly, this would not be a problem. So instead, let's actually go through one more time and see if we can't. Because we've gotten good at the Robot Masters, learned plenty about them and how they work and all that good stuff. So I don't think this is going to be that big of a problem. And then the other thing is gotten better at learned what we can't do on Like, I clearly made a mistake when I went and used up Crashman's weapon on the little eyeballs. So, learn from that. Can avoid making that mistake again. And yeah, and fighting the robot masters is not really that bad. It's just that Wily 2. And I know what Wily 3 is. If I can get to Wily 3, I mean, I don't think there'll be any problem beating him, because Wily 3's the space alien. And that's not, I mean, as long as you've got Bubble Lead, it's not really that bad. As long as you've got Bubble Lead. If you don't have Bubble Lead, you're in a bit of a pickle. That is a problem. Gonna take a lot of damage getting through here, aren't I? Oh well. Yeah, you know what? I will take that. I probably shouldn't have... Oh, he did despawn that time. Man, I don't know what despawns him. Boy, did I call that one. Boy, did I mess up that one. Okay, that's... Okay, that might actually be enough for me to get through this fight now. I don't know for sure, but I think that might be enough. As long as I don't get all of the low patterns, then I think that'll be fine. Yeah, like, I think that's... enough for me to take him down. Yeah, okay. Alright, cool. So that's good. That's an improvement from last time, I think, wasn't it? Didn't I die on that? I said I was off to a good start. Kind of what I expected. I mean, this stage was pretty trash, but at least the fight was good. I got a good pattern on him, though, so that's the thing. Alright. All right. So then, what was I going to do? Metal Man next? Yeah, Metal Man next. I probably don't need to pick up the E-Tank in this level, but I'm going to anyway because it doesn't hurt. Like, it clearly later on, I will need it still. Though I think that, like, the bubble fight with the Wily 2 boss, I'm getting better at that, so I may not need an E-Tank on him this time. When I went back and I played this for the first time in a long time, that boss wrecked me. And it was really frustrating because I used to be really good at it. So, you know, it's always frustrating when you were good at something and now you're not. Although this is a little bit dubious of a position to be in, but I'm not that worried about it. I'll pick up the extra life because this time I won't mess up the Crashman fight. That's the theory, at least. I'm gonna mess up I'm not the Crashman, the Crash Bomb fight with Wily 3? Yeah, Wily 3. I'll get in there. I suspect what I'll do is I'll probably end up using an E-Tank on... Okay, that was good. I'll probably use an E-Tank on that fight, and then I'll probably use an E-Tank on... I'll probably use an E-Tank on Wily 2, and then I'll be pretty good from there, I think. I mean, there's a chance that I'll need I mean, I'll need the E tanks, but I won't need them until Wily himself. So yeah, that should be fine. I never thought about the fact that there are 2 E tanks in this level. That's kind of excessive. This level is not that hard. I mean, I've taken a lot of hits, but the level isn't that hard. And the boss isn't hard once you get his pattern down. I suppose that's true for all of these guys, right? If you get the boss pattern down, none of them are that bad. But oh, he hit me. He hit me twice. Yeah, well, that's a wise decision if he's gonna be hitting me with that one attack. He should keep using it. After all, he does more damage than I do. By a mile. But we will see. And let me know in any comments that you have whether, like, in the future, whether it's worth it to sort of reset like that and start over when there's something that, because I feel like it's still I feel like the resources that I need to have to get through that right now with the skill that I've got is not enough. And I could sit there and I could grind it until I got good enough at it. But I can't see what the pattern is on Wily 2. I'm not going to look it up because I don't want to ruin the game for myself or for anyone else on that. I'd like to actually figure it out. And I think the process of going through figuring it out is I think that's an important one, and I think that's one of the reasons to do this. I don't know why I went to Bubble Man next. It doesn't really matter, I guess, whether I go to Bubble Man. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what order I do them in, except for, whoa, buddies. Let's not do that and say we didn't. Yeah, I think it's more interesting and, like, worth more to actually see the process for learning than it is to see the process for learning than it is to not. But if you're seeing the same thing and you're not seeing forward progression and you're not seeing learning, then you clearly need some other tools, and if you don't have those other tools, then it's worth seeing at least whether, like, going back, it doesn't take that long to beat the Robot Masters. Like, that was not the hang up. No, none of that has been a hang up. It was simply the Wily bosses, and I'm playing this on original hardware. So it's not like I can create a save state and just play that over and over and over again. I actually have to go back and do it this way, which is that is a reason emulators can be very good, though. I do not condone pirating the software, but if you own it, then it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think there are a couple platforms now that you can get this game anyway, right? I mean, I guess the Mega Man Legacy collections themselves have a little bit of that, right? Because you can't save state in them, but yikes. Okay, that makes me think that these guys do actually spawn based on where you are. Anyway, so you can't save state, but you can rewind, and I hate that feature. I get why they put it in there, but I can't stand it. I guess, can you actually save state in the Legacy Collections? I don't think so, but you may be able to. I don't know. I have to look that up. I'd have to look that up. Anyway, it's a thing. The only real drag about going through the levels again is going through these screens again, because man, did they take forever. I'm gonna do. I guess I'll do Crashman next. I just love Flashman's music so much. I want to go to him as fast as possible, but hey, since I don't have music on and I don't get to listen to that, you guys are gonna have to suffer and wait longer for it. I guess I'll pick that up. There's no reason not to. Although there's no reason to either. So maybe that's just a little bit of a waste of time. I am going to be doing another event as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to live stream it or whether I'm going to record it and then put it up. Just haven't decided. So a couple of my friends and I are doing, when the hardware that we're fixing is ready, we're doing long plays on it to make sure that it works and that it doesn't just turn on and boot the game, but it actually works over the long period. So we're taking all the consoles and we're testing them for like an hour or two, and giving them solid. Why did I do that? Doing solid runs. And one of the things we've been doing is none of us are speedrunners. And I mean, we're all reasonably competent at a lot of the games, but we're by no means fast enough to speedrun them. But what we've been doing is, speedrunning them. We're just in our amateurish way. So I'm going to start doing another thing where I call it the blind racing the blind. And we will be doing some stuff where it will be speedruns by people who have no idea what they're doing speedrunning. Which is, that should be kind of fun. If you wanna come and chuckle at a couple people doing some things that are kind of silly and they're kind of questionable at best, then you should come check that out. I'll try and figure out when that's gonna actually be, and I'll share that on a schedule, but at the moment, I don't know when that's going to be. Okay, I think I'm fine here. And that was definitely way better than it was last time. And in fact, I think I'm going to be... I'm probably just going to have too many E-tanks at this point, and I should... maybe it's actually worth... If that's the case, then maybe it's actually worth picking up that extra life. Yeah, I guess I will. I mean, it doesn't hurt me to do so, and if that makes our trip through Wily a little bit more palatable than it was last time, then it's kind of worth it. So, who am I fighting? I am fighting Crashman. So, I need air. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I think that's, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be a thing that we're going to be doing. Lately, I've been running Mega Man X, and I just picked up... The catch is that I've got one American copy, and I've got one Famicom copy. So I've got one SNES, one Famicom copy. And so somebody gets the Japanese version, and that's faster. I tend to... Because I'm playing more of these lately than they are... That was a mistake. Well, I guess it isn't, since we... Well, yeah, that was a mistake. But it doesn't matter. I guess maybe at that point I do this. Yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway, So somebody gets the Japanese version, and that means that somebody is already innately going to be faster than everyone else, just because of the text speed. But it's not so bad that it's really a problem that I've noticed. Yeah, we may just use a. We only have 3 E-tanks. We'll pick up the E-tank here, and then if I need to use it on Flashman, then I will. I mean not on Flashman, on Quickman. But with all those refights, I feel like I've sort of learned enough about Quickman to be able to handle him in this stage without getting handled too severely. Anyway, so I think we'll probably end up running Super Metroid and we'll probably end up running Super Metroid and running Mega Man X to start. I have 2 copies of X2 and X3. I am really bad at X2. Really, really, really bad at X2. So that's one of those things that maybe that's a good one to pick up at some point and do a Gittin Good episode of that. Just because. But, that's kind of... that may have been too late. Yeah, that was kind of... Man, I don't know what... I'm just not pressing left when I go through that screen. So those 2 extra lives that I went all the way out of the way to pick up, I've just lost. So that was kind of a waste of time. I mean, you can look at it 2 ways, I guess. It was a waste of time, or thank goodness I did it. But I think at that point it's kind of a waste of time, because it's not like I should be having that much trouble with this part. I don't usually have that much trouble with this part. I think a little bit of it is, starting to stream and learning how to talk and think at the same time. Oh, yikers! That was almost bad. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like all of those are traps, right? I mean, is there anything there that isn't a trap? Once I'm through that, it's fine. Like, that's not... Can I kill him? Hey, cool, I did it. That's neat. Okay, so note to self, if you're all the way over there, that's the bad spot. I can't remember who Quickman's weakness is, and actually, well, I know that his secondary weakness is air, and maybe given the fact that I learned more about this last time, I will... Yeah, you would think, because... You know what? Yeah, as I said, let's use an E-tank here, because I'm not going to need it. I say that, right? But, okay. That's fine. Yeah, that's acceptable. I haven't practiced him on the platforms, so the fact that later on the refight with him is actually quite a bit easier. Even though the pattern is the same, it's easier on the flat. And if I'd had Flashman, then that fight would have been a joke. So that's not bad. Wow. Maybe not a joke, but it would have been a lot easier. That's acceptable. I'll take that. Okay. I don't have a very good way at the moment. Most of my collection is Super Nintendo. So I can't do runs in Sega and the Genesis or the Master System, and I can't do runs in... Why did I go over here? I can't do runs in a couple other things. So I don't have enough Nintendo games to do runs in, for instance. So the question then becomes like, what do I actually do runs in, and that has to be Super Nintendo at that point. Is that worth it? I don't think so, but maybe I'll get it. I don't know if I've ever gotten it. Maybe that's good later. I don't know. I don't think I've ever actually. Normally, I don't do Crash Man, so, or I don't do this these fights in this order. So I'm just kind of, yeah, I'm kind of doing this the first time in a lot of ways. And this, if I don't mess this up, this is where we can get our E-Tank back. And then, since I have Crash Man, getting into Flashman is easy peasy. And let's see, we need metal. Yeah, okay. I have fallen down there and missed that jump before, and it feels really bad. Really, really bad. Okay, so it looks like I don't really. That's actually kind of easiest to just stand there and get bodied by him and hit him, so he just jumps in one spot and hops back and forth of you. That was intentional. I wasn't actually just standing there taking damage. And the first time he hit me was legit, but after that I was like, wait a minute, if he's just gonna jump back and forth here, that may be the easiest way to do this. I don't know. One more thing to check out, but we'll see. We'll see. Man, these screens take forever to go through. Forever. It takes so long. It takes so long. Let's Alright, let's see if I cannot get hit by that guy and just speed this up a little bit, because the part of this is I should just be trying to get faster. I mean, I want to get to end game again, because that's the part that I'm not good at, or I'm not as good at. Yeah, let's be honest. That's the part I'm not good at. But at least if I do it like this, then at least I can try and go a little bit faster. And that will just be good for, everyone's sanity. Because, like, that guy, I was just trying to point him out. I wasn't actually trying to jump into him, but every time I get hit by that guy. So I feel like, there's some points of improvement here that can be made, just that will save all of us a little bit of our sanity. And I think that could be very important in the end. How much of us has sanity to spare, really? I know I don't. My sanity's all gone. Been gone for a long time. Alright, so let's try and pick up this life again. And I think that's too high. In fact, I'm almost positive that's too high. Yeah. We'll pick up this life again and then call it a day for... I mean, I guess we won't pick up that life now that I've failed to do so, but... yeah, about that. Alright, so Heat Man. I don't know why I always switch back to metal. I guess it's just because you use metal for so much of the game that, why not be at metal? But instead, we just do... I really would like to figure out how to jump that first attack. I've never figured that out, and that is something that it would be nice to know. But I don't, so I don't. Because I've gone in the refights and I just pressed forward as hard as possible, and that didn't really get me anywhere. I wonder, actually, playing through those refights, I had full energy for a lot of that. But now that I think about it, that actually should be a pretty easy run, even without the energy, because I ended up doing what? I ended up doing Quick Man with regular weapon, Airman with regular weapon, and I could do Metal Man with regular weapon. Although he only takes 2 shots, so that's not really worth it. But if I had to, I could do him with regular weapon, and then Air is going to be a little tight, but not the worst. So, I don't know. Doing the continues there actually might be a bad idea. I don't know. We'll have to take a look at that. Like keep thinking about that and see what happens. That should have gotten both bats. I'm ashamed that didn't get both bats. Those bats are jerks. I don't like them. It doesn't matter, but I still don't like them. Somebody just came up and started trying to headbutt you. You wouldn't like him either, though, so. Can you just sit there? Oh well. Thought I'd try. Tried to do something a little bit faster than that, but yeah. Those bats never drop anything. I wonder if they've got a lower drop rate than the rest of the enemies in the game, because the program is new that people would try and farm those. But this is sort of back at the beginning of games, the earlier stages. So they may not have even thought about farming spots and things like that. I don't know. I wonder how much of the development team did think about that. That's kind of a, game design was, certainly games had been made, but a lot of these games are the defining genres. Mega Man being one of the big defining genres. So, let's just take a carrot to the face. How about we just take a carrot to the face? That work for everyone? Good, cool. Because that's what we're gonna do. Let's see. I'm on Woodman, so I need heat. Yeah, but you've got a lot of. You've got a lot of the starting stuff here, so I wonder how much of that is, what was in the programmers' minds when they made it. We all know the phrase Nintendo hard too, so the only real friendly game on Nintendo was Kirby. I guess you could make an argument for Bubble Bobble being pretty friendly. I love Bubble Bobble. I'm not sure how good an admission that is, but I love Bubble Bobble. Yeah, about that. Who doesn't want to capture their enemies in bubbles, jump on their head, and they burst into fruit? What? That's so great. That's so great. Such a great idea. Trying to figure out after this stream, I have not been, because I've been working on repairing so many consoles, I've not been getting enough fresh air, and that's starting to feel that a little bit. So feeling like maybe I should actually get some fresh air, whatever that is, the outdoors. But yeah, that's definitely a thing. And it's kind of overcast here, so I don't know what the temperature is like outside. But it looks like it should be pretty nice. All right, let's see. I guess actually the easiest way to do this is that, right? I mean, I kind of messed that up last time. We'll still pick up the extra life here, and we won't screw that jump up. So that's way better. This is a good opportunity to refill, and I will go back and do... Let's take out this guy and get some of the 3 back, because I'll need it in Wily. Was it a Wily 3, isn't it? I'll take a body shot. I don't really care about a body shot here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then I guess I could just be hitting down there too. But yeah, again, I don't really care about a body shot there. This guy always seems to hit me, so I'm wondering, whoops. Let's just see if I can go, okay, that's not bad. I don't know why I messed that up so much, although I actually want 1, not 3. I mean, not 2. Again, I always... Whew, that's close. Alright, so all we gotta do then is get to the top here, put on the boomerang, and not mess up. And that's, you know, not a tall order, but it is something of an order. Waiting for the auto scroll. There we go. That's where he got me. That was almost bad. That was also almost bad. Man, that was a little tight. I screwed up my movement, and I thought for a moment there I'd walked off the ledge, and that would have been exactly what I was talking about when I said I need to not mess up. That was exactly what I was thinking about happening. So I'm kind of glad it didn't happen. All right. Let's not... I'll need number 2 here. And we'll need number 3 later, so we'll still replenish number 3 here. Pick up this, and if I get another opportunity, I will pick up... and I guess if there's ever opportunity, that's it. So we'll pick that up. And then go to number 2 and do this. And there's no need to get this, but I don't see a reason not to. And this is where you can, yeah, okay. So we'll still pick up the extra life. We'll still replenish 1 in case I make a mistake somehow through here, and it ends up costing me and I need more 1. And then here, again, we're at that point where the E-tank doesn't matter, but the extra life might, I guess. If I don't mess up, the extra life will matter. So let's just hope I don't mess up, and the extra life is important. That's the way I'm going to play that. And I keep forgetting that that's a thing. All right, this part is not bad, but it's... I don't know why. Oh man, that's... I guess I can just go straight through this now, huh? These sections are so weird because you lose so much health on them, and at the same time you don't really lose any health. So if I can do the bubble well here, then... we're gonna be in really good shape. because I'll have 4 E-tanks going into the next area, and that should be good enough. I think I want to go here, right? Okay, I did want to go there, but I think you just... Yeah, I do want to... Let's take a safety here and use 2 and pick up that health, and then go back to bubble lead and see if I can't beat the boss just clean in one shot. So the first one's the top. I remember that. And then the next one's there, and I want to be close to the middle there because, okay. Then the next one is over. Yikers! That was almost bad. I don't know why I always screw that one up. And then this one's over here, right? Yeah, okay. So that's good. Took a bit of a unnecessary... That's what it is. I keep lining myself up for that hit. And I really, really shouldn't be. Okay, alright, that's better. That's what we need to be doing when we're in that fight. Nice, quick, and clean. I took, what, 1 hit? Guy still hits like a truck, but I only took 1 hit. And then that leaves us with 4 E-tanks. So 1 E-tank will be used on... What, the next boss, right? Is that right? I think it's the next boss. Is this the... I don't need the E. I think that's... Okay, so here's a good opportunity to refill... I don't really need to refill bubble or quick. Do I need to refill anything? I mean, I guess I'll refill metal. It seems like a waste. And then I'll refill, what, 2? Yeah, I will refill 2, because we will need it at some point. But... Alright, and this part is easiest, I think, if you just run through and never stop holding right. You just hold right the whole way. Man, that shark didn't even... I wonder if you can despawn the shark by not letting him... I'm actually starting to feel a little bit tired. And that is affecting my play. I could feel it right there when I went in. I don't think these come back, right? Oh, well, those were already there, so... Yeah. No, they don't. Okay. And then this is... Oh, that's right. This one is the big one on the quick boomerang on. Alright, that should be... If I can just edge to the right a little bit, that should be fine. Yeah, okay. Alright, we're good. It's a pity to take a death there, but, you know, there's no shame in that. There's no shame in that one. I'll take the extra health there. Okay, I mean, I'll take all of that, I guess. And then we just need quick boomerang for this guy. Alright, that seems like a thing. And then we wait for him to get on screen. Dodging's for wimps. Just face tank everything. Everything. Definitely a thing. Definitely a thing. Alright, yeah, Oh, that's right. There is actually... I don't need to worry about metal blade. I mean, I don't need to worry about 3 either. I guess I do need to worry about 3, actually, don't I? Because I need 3 to get back out. So, alright, we'll refill 3. We'll refill 3. Not worried about that. Do need to refill crash. So let's make sure that we're actually set up for succeeding on this one, because it's going to be a real pain if this goes south again. I'll be very sad. Okay, 7 lives. We'll go down there and we'll get an 8th. It doesn't matter on this one, but it does matter for the next, so. You know what, I don't actually, now that I think about it, I'm not going to worry about that. I think the point where lives matter to me are past. It would help if I remembered to jump over that, wouldn't it? Alright, so we'll go up here. We'll go up here, and then I think it's the last 2. I feel like I should have died there, but I don't remember where that actually ends, where the false block is. I don't know where it is, and I don't know how wide it is, so I guess that was fine. But we'll find out. I mean, it is fine because I'm not dead, so I guess there's no finding out. We've already found out. Woo! Thank goodness for iframes. Alright, folks. We're going to make this harder than it needs to be. You ready? Harder than it needs to be. Alright, so I was talking earlier about that idea that if I just fire that one first and he doesn't get a drop, then I can do that. Maybe I can get a 3rd. Is that a thing? And then I can drop down? I mean, he did drop something and I could not get it. So I guess that means that that's not really a viable strategy, but that's maybe it's just my timing on it. That's possible. Alright, I feel like I'm going to get hit by something here. Well, or not. I guess that was the other option there, wasn't it? Alright, so we'll go with 2 here. I mean, let's be honest, I may have to use 2 E-tanks on this. That's definitely a thing. Here, I've still found this to be the most convincing way. Yes, that was amazing and horrible all at the same time. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I feel great about that, though. Right, if that's going to happen, then I'm definitely just going to sprint through this guy. Alright, folks. It's go time. It is officially go time. So let's not screw this one up this time, huh? So the first one that I'm going to do is going to be the one to the right there, just because it will take out one. That's fine because you have to break this anyway. So I'll have to. Okay, so that's fine, and then this will will 3 out here. Oh crap! Well, that sort of sucks, but we'll do that. We'll get down in here. We'll crash him. We'll 3 out of here, and I can take at least 1 more hit. So crash here, and then I was hoping to avoid that, but then I think I don't know how to get up here. I mean, I guess that's how you get up there, huh? Okay, so we did that without using any E-tanks. That's really good. I mean, I probably should have used one for safety there, but I didn't. So, oops. So now we're into refights. Refights, gotten a lot of practice on, so that's a thing. Yeah, that's a thing. Let's see. The first guy is heat, right? Yeah. So let's go bubble lead and take him down. You know, since I don't have any problem with anyone except for like Quickman and I take damage from Crash Man, maybe there's a really good argument for doing all of them first since I have full health, right? So, gonna use this time, and he's what? He's on the right, yes? Yeah, he's on the right. Okay. So we'll take him down now. We'll get on the other side of him, and then take him down with Buster. Okay, that wasn't that bad. I mean, it was horrible, but it wasn't bad because we've got plenty of health to work with. And then I'll take down, was this air? Yeah, okay. So we'll take down air. Should have just enough health to take care of Airman. I wonder if he gives harder patterns in the Wily fights, because I feel like he's done a little bit more damage to me in the Wily fights. I mean, not like done more damage, but he's been more effective and giving me patterns that I'm not as good at. This was a mistake. I should not have come in here. This may come back to bite me hard. We'll find out. Okay, no, that didn't. I managed to salvage that. For some reason, I was thinking that would be a different fight. Obviously, since I switched to Metal Man, and now we're in the cakewalk. We're in the cakewalk stage. So that's a thing. And everything from here on out is gonna be pretty easy. Pretty easy. I forget who the last. Oh, it's Flashman. Yeah. Okay, so now Wily 1, we're just going to use this. Oh, you don't have Crash. Okay, so we're going to have to use Air on Wily 2, and I'm going to have to not mess up. I mean, who did I forget? Who is that? Who is that lurking down there in the corner? Oh, Crashman, right, sure. Alright, well that wasn't that bad. And now we'll go to the Wily fights. We've got 4 sub-tanks, or 4 E-tanks. 4 sub-tanks. You can see how much I've played Mega Man X. We've got 4 sub-tanks, and I really would like to know. I need to find out what his weakness is. Like, what you're actually supposed to use here, because that would be nice to know. Alright, so that's good, because God, he hits like a truck. I think I can take one more. Yeah, okay. Let's E-tank it up there. Go back and get air. And try and end this with some health. Okay, alright, cool. So that's got that. I shouldn't need to... Yeah, I don't know. I forgot that was the second Wily stage. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do there either, because I don't remember this at all. It's been a long time since I've managed to beat what I just beat. Let's find out. Oh, good. There's droplets. That's fun. I'm guessing those are corrosive to Mega Man's shell. That's just my guess, though. I think it's probably likely. Wouldn't it be funny if Wily just put, like, a gentle back massage machine in? Hey, Mega Bro, you made it all the way here. Go ahead. Relax. Kick back a little bit. Yeah, that's a thing that's going to happen. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. This is the final fight. Yeah, wow, I didn't realize that it was... it's been a long time since I've played this game, if I've forgotten that. Sorry, since he is so pattern-based, I'm going to concentrate and make sure I don't screw this up. Not with 3 E-Tanks, there should be no screwing this up, and it's not like he's not a pretty set pattern, but like I may have to go to the point here where I'm pausing and going out in order to not... for anyone who doesn't know in this game, if you have a weapon that doesn't take up a full bar of energy every shot, if you pause and go to the weapon select screen, as long as you have some energy left, then you won't use up the shot. So like Metal Man takes 3 shots to drop 1 bar. So if you shoot 2 and then stop, go into the weapon select menu and come back out, you still won't have used a bar and you'll have a full health left. The only thing that does damage to Wily in that stage is bubble lead, and as you can see, I'm kind of low on bubble lead at that point. So if I'd run out, literally that's just game over. There's nothing you can do. You have to restart. But because bubble lead takes, I forget how many shots per bar, if you shoot and then go to the menu and then come back out, it doesn't use a bar up. So you actually effectively have an infinite number of shots. Alright, folks, there we go. We beat it once. So that's the point of getting good. I mean, it took us, what, 2.5 hours to beat it once, which is it's kind of embarrassing in a way, but we did it. So we get this nice trek back. You know, Mega Man warps everywhere else and then walks home the long way through, what, 3 years as the seasons go by. Makes you wonder, like, maybe the game is actually really long and him warping into places is not him actually just warping straight there. Maybe he's actually walked the whole way. Wily's been conquering everything for like 45 years as Mega Man's just slowly walked across the country. Well, I don't know. That's why his helmet's there. He's just an old robot and he's just retired. It took him so long to get there and so long to get home. He just retired. That's funny. Anyway, all right. So yeah, that's pretty good. I'm still gonna go until 3, which is when I was intending to end the stream. So let's just I mean, there's no reason not to keep going, right? Let's just keep going and see if we can't get better and a little bit faster. Like I still had to use a sub tank, so maybe there's, and I got really lucky drops on that hallway before the second Wily boss, or I can't remember, 3rd, right? Yeah, the one with Crashman, 3rd Wily boss. It's funny because I don't think of the dragon as a Wily boss because I never have trouble with it, and then the last time I played it, it just murdered me a lot. It was just kind of, of course, right? Of course. Here's the thing that I never used to have trouble with when I used to play this a lot. And now it just wrecks me. But that's a thing. That is certainly a thing. I missed that guy, didn't I? Yeah, I mean, like, there's also a lot. I'm getting better at the stages too. And the point is to actually get good at this game. And I'm playing it on hard, but I mean, we all know this doesn't rank as good, not yet. it ranks as acceptable. Maybe. Maybe this is acceptable. I jumped a little early on that, and I thought that might have gotten me. I think was it that guy last time who dropped the big health? I think it was that guy that dropped the big health last time, but I can't remember. This is a bad spot to be. I'll take the health though. Yeah, this is not going well. This is probably going to be a death to, this is probably going to be a death to Airman. I don't think I have enough health. If he gives me a really, really good pattern, then I can probably do that. But I took just a hair too much damage there and didn't, like, if I can avoid taking the damage here, then I might be able to get this. Let's just see. Yeah, I get him? Yeah, I got him. All right, cool. I thought that last shot might have gone underneath. Excuse me. I'm getting a little congested here, folks. Just been talking a lot, and it's something that talk about endurance, and part of the endurance is being able to stand and speak for this long without my without my lungs getting all gunky. But it's what it is. It's what it is. All right, so we have basically 18 minutes, so we'll call it 20 minutes. Let's see how far we can get in 20 minutes. And if I'm looking like it's going to be really good and we might be able to beat the game again in that time, then we'll go for it. We'll try and beat it again. Try and get 2 wins in the day, 2 W's on the board, and see what happens. We've got 1 W and 1 L. And to be fair, I think that L is bigger than that W. That loss hurts. I hate giving up. I hate giving up. And to give up on a game in the final stages when you're so close to the end, that just sucks. It just sucks. It's so painful. It's like, why? I should be better than this. I should be able to not take a loss. Whine, gripe, moan. Oh well. So I did this last time. I did this in a way that I don't normally do it, and actually, I want to try something too. I've never tried getting those guys on the clowns. I've never tried getting them with Airman. It's something that a buddy and I were talking about not too long ago, where when you play the Mega Man games, right? You watch a speedrunner play the Mega Man games, and it doesn't look like it does any damage to them, actually. So you watch a speedrunner do the Mega Man games, and they're always, they're always using every single weapon to their to its greatest ability, right? They're always swapping out for what's best at the moment. I mean, obviously in this game, Metal Man is almost always the best anyway, so that's kind of a moot point. But a lot of times in a lot of these games, it is one of those things. It is, when you're just a casual playing it, you're just going through most of these things with Buster. I mean, that's just what you're doing. But when you watch a speedrunner do it, they're almost never using, or they're using a minimal amount of Buster, whereas you're using only Buster. And I found that kind of fascinating. So I'm trying to actually think of this in a slightly different way, and maybe start using other weapons in the stages to make them easier. Again, since you use metal in this game so much, that may not be particularly applicable or helpful, but it doesn't hurt to think about what could I be doing and what could I be doing better and more efficiently. But I don't know. It's definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing. All right. You know, guys, I went through all the trouble to get a moderator for this chat because I figured I might have some chatting, and nobody's been in chat. Come on, we can get at least one comment that's not by me in chat. Or my moderator. You know, I always take it as sort of a personal failure if I get hit by Metal Man. And I got hit by Metal Man twice. So that's 2 personal failures. Meh. So I'm going to whine about it. Because that's going to change it. That's how that works, right? If you whine about it, it changes it. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. And maybe this time let's not die at a Quickman stage, you know, ever. Let alone twice. All right, so what was I doing? I guess I did Bubble Man last time, so I don't see a reason not to do Bubble Man. I'll do Bubble Man, I'll do Crash Man, and then I'll do Flash Man, and I'll actually do it in the right order. And that'll not change anything really, but I really don't like using Flashman's weapon on the I don't like using Flashman. You know, would you little twerps stay away, please? I guess the answer to that was no, huh? I don't like using Flashman's weapon on that stage to avoid the laser bars because I don't know why. It's just one of those things that it feels. Well, first of all, I have a lot of trouble with Quickman, or I always used to. So part of that is just the fact that I don't like using Quickman's weakness, and then the other part of it is I like having the actual skill to dodge what's being thrown at me. I don't like taking the easy road out. You know, I say I don't like taking the easy road, and here I am using Metal Man. That feels kind of false, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Well, the way I feel about these games is I really like a challenge, but I like a challenge that at the end of the challenge, you get rewarded by becoming like just overwhelmingly powerful. Like if by the end of the game you are just on par with the most powerful things you fight in the game. I love that kind of a game because it feels really rewarding, right? Like you've struggled, you've really pushed it as hard as you can, and you get rewarded by becoming what's pushed you that hard through the entire game. It's why. Wow, that was stupid. So it's why I love Dark Souls, because you start out and I mean sure you can be good at the game and that's fine. And I'm okay at it, but you can run through it naked with your bare hands if you want to. But at the end of the day, like if you actually take the time to sit down and get all of the skills and necessary to beat it, and then you get rewarded with equipment that actually can deal with the threat that you're fighting. By the time you get to Gwyn, sure, he's the big bad guy and he's hard as all get out, but unless you parry spam him. But you've earned your way there, and you are going to trash on almost everything else ad nauseum. So it's not really, most of that stuff really shouldn't be that much of a threat by the time you get there. Yeah, and that's how I feel about it. But yeah, I gotta be a little careful here because again, I can't figure out where the crabs actually spawn. I'd like to know I really do want to know whether they spawn in set locations or whether they spawn with regards to where you're actually standing. And that's it's a small thing, but I'd just like to know it. It's so funny when you get underneath him. It's like he's gonna float down. The poor Bubble Man must feel so helpless in that set. Like, oh, why me? Why did Wily make me do it? That's actually kind of funny. He's probably screaming, "Why me? Why did he make me do it?" And then Wily dies to Bubblehead at the end, and he's probably thinking, "Why me? Why did I make this my weakness?" The most helpless of all of the bosses is the thing that's the most lethal to Wily. Like, at least make it the nastiest and hardest enemy you could possibly make it. Yeah, the funny thing is, if you think about it, Wily learns a lot. Like, if you go play Mega Man 7, Wily's learned a lot because he's become dangerous in that one. Mega Man 7 and Wily. Alright, I'm gonna stop wasting my time with those guys. I don't really care. I'm not really paying attention to that, to be honest with you. This part I've done enough that I get it. I understand. Alright. We're through that part. And we're on to the next bit. Really don't need to be, yeah. No, it's not that. I'll take that as a decent save. Yep, I keep doing that, don't I? Every time. And then I have I wish I knew why I have so much trouble with these birds on this climb. It's just... It's really frustrating, is actually what it is to me. Because it's like, well, okay, I get it. Like, ha! I did it. And he just jumps off the cliff. Nice, nice. The hard hat. See if the hard hat will save you from a 16-story fall. I don't know which the actual better angle to do that is, frankly. I know that. All right, we're not tinkering with that. Although I will. Really? Okay, well, I can get away with that. Okay, that wasn't bad. I'll take that. That's actually better than... that's better than what I've done a lot in the past. So that's... I mean, just like I've figured out maybe a little bit more what I'm doing for that. Good lord. Okay, seriously. I can play this game. Didn't you know? Didn't you know? I mean, I apparently don't right now. Man, those guys kicked my tail. It really hurt. He need to put a foot up my backside. I didn't want it. Okay, so that's interesting. He doesn't actually jump quite like he does in the other one, in the refight. He's a little bit more aggressive in the refight, I think, actually. So I really, it's still Wily Form 2. There has to be a way to do that without an E-Tank. I mean, I know there is because you watch people do it. That's the thing that happens. So the question is how. The question is how. That really bothers me. I really do want to know. I really do want to know. Oh, you lucky folks getting to hear this 3 times in one day. I'm going to whine about that every time. Whee! Should I go up there and get that? I don't think so. I mean, I've only got 3 lives, whatever. I still don't think so. Still gonna get bodied by that guy because I always get bodied by that guy. That's fine. I don't really care about that either. Here, I mean, I guess I'll do it again. There's no reason not to. I did it last time. And it's just a nice little health refill after you deal with that jerk. So, that's the thing. I'm not even sure I need to, at that point, I don't even need to change off of crash, do I? Because I'll just go down here and then dodge this guy, land at the top, jump over, screw that up, and then recover. And then make these jumps. And I'd already used, at this point I had used an E-tank, hadn't I, somewhere last time. And I haven't this time, so that's kind of nice. I mean, that's an improvement for sure. Do you have 3 at this point? I think you have 3, right? No, you just had 2? Okay. I was thinking if you could go and just jump up that, but I guess you can't. All right, let's see if we can. Okay, no. See what I mean about if you just hit him and he just jumps back and forth on you, You got plenty of health. It's not like you need to avoid his jumps. It's not like you need to avoid the body damage. Just keep jumping and you're fine, I guess. Okay, fair enough. That's the thing. Yeah, that fight was kind of sloppy and bad, but not the worst. Take it. Definitely take it. Alright, so I think what, looking at the time, and I've got to get a little work done today too. I think what I'm going to do is, we'll just finish the stages. And, I don't know, maybe what I'll do is, I'll pull the code, and that way we might come back to this. I don't think so. I don't think there's much of a need to come back to this one, because I feel like managed to beat it and clearly getting better at it, and we're at this point. Good is probably a stretch of a statement, but it's certainly not bad at it. It is hard difficulty. I just really would like to figure out the Wily stage. So maybe what I'll do is at some later date, I'll just come back and I do screw that up. That is something I screw up pretty consistently. Although I managed to save it there, and I've managed to save it a couple times, so that's not bad, just not great. And just get right past that, skim it with the butt, and yeah. See, that's fine. And then these guys are always going to be a pain, and they're always going to do a lot of damage. But I should have just oh hell, that's not good. All right, so learned last time that I didn't realize he would head bonk there and then be fine. I think even then, I think I'm fine here, right? Oh, this is quick, man, isn't it? I might not be fine. Because this fight is one of the ones I find hard. Yeah, that hallway always gets me. So let's just see how this goes, because this is definitely one of the stages where I have a lot to learn and get better at. And I had to use Woohoo! Yeah, we pulled that off just in time. I had to use an E-tank on him last time too, didn't I? Yeah, I don't like that. I feel like I should be able to beat him without an E-tank, because he basically did 3/4 of a bar of health. Well, 2/3 of a bar of health in damage to me. So that's just too much. That's just too much. But if I have to keep using an E-tank on him, I mean, that was the nice thing is I had to use the E-tank and then I forgot to do Flashman first. So, um, so since I'd forgotten to do Flashman, I was able to immediately pick up the E-tank again, and that's helpful, but not that great. I need to look at him and figure out a better way to fight him because in the refights he's fine. When he's on level ground, I don't have any trouble with him. When he's got his actual stage, it's so funny that he's less threatening. I don't trust that right there. It's so funny that he's less threatening in the refight than he is in his stage. That to me is kind of humorous. But then again, so is Crashman. Like, the stage bosses are actually more difficult than the refights by a pretty solid margin. I wonder again if that was developer intentional, because they were just like, okay, this, they're gonna have to go through three of these. They're gonna have to go through all of these, so maybe we should just tone it down a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. Who's to say what the developers were thinking? Not I. I am not that man. Maybe I am, and I don't know it, though. Who knows? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can at least get a little faster at this. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice little consolation prize. Consolation for having successfully achieved nothing. I wonder if you even have to jump there. Now, I know that, yeah, I was going to say, I know that can happen. I've had that happen a couple times. I thought I was high enough, though. Unfortunately, I wasn't. And I do not know how to... Alright. Ooh, that's no bueno. Let's go ahead and just get enough number 2 to get over that. I mean, I'm not gonna, it's not gonna take much, although I guess if I screw up it might take a little bit more, but nothing nothing too untoward here, I don't think. I think that's enough to get me over. It sucks that happened. Normally I don't ever go for this life exactly because of that, but I did this time. I wonder if we can actually get over the whole pit. Oh, no. No. Okay. Well, that's the end of this. I've never done, and I hate the memory blocks in Mega Man, just so everyone knows. Like, that's one of the reasons I haven't played the original games is as much as I probably should have, given how much I love old games, is because I hate the memory blocks. I have trouble with them. I always mess them up, and they just wreck my day. So yeah, that's definitely a thing. I wonder if you can just stand on this. Yeah, you can. Okay, but I guess we'll try it now. If we game over here, then that's gonna be okay. That's a thing. Is that little guy gonna stay there? I don't know. See, that's why I hate these. I wonder if you can clip up into those. Let's see if we can clip up into that. No, it just clips you to the side. Yeah, that's kind of frustrating. And again, that's why I don't like these things. I'm not good at them. And it's not a matter of yay, that was maybe bad. No. Yeah. All right, let's see. And then that where you genuinely, I mean, I think I genuinely got that, and then it just zipped me off to the side, and here in a moment that will be, certain death. It's the next one. I gotta remember that it's the one after that. All right, we'll see. We'll see if we can get across this pit, and if we can't, then that'll be the end of this. Yep, I do not like these, Sam. I do not like these yellow blocks in ham. Wait, what? That was fine. Like the ugh. I seem to remember too when you're crossing this. I think I have gone over these blocks once or something like that, and I think there's another point where you're going across them, and let me concentrate on this because I have no idea what the next block is going to be. Yeah, and then they do that. Like there's nothing you can do about that. You're just done. The only way to learn is by dying. It's so frustrating. I hate the memory blocks. Meh. I'm gonna whine about them. Meh. Oh, good. These little guys are just not gonna drop anything today, are they? Like, you cannot have number 2. You're not cool enough. Yeah, I really can't have number 2, can I? You jerk! I was kind of expecting him to drop a large one right after that, but... Alright. Okay, so we got that one. Woo! I jumped a little early there, didn't I? Oh man, okay, well that turned out all right. All right, so we're back on the plan then. I'm not sure what the plan was now because that was a travesty. Yeah, about that. Let's go get bubble lead. Let's go get bubble lead and give Heatman a bad day. I mean, that's not a bad thing to learn how to do if you actually want to play the game, but I don't want to play that part of the game. Oh, cool, I managed to actually dodge that. That's sweet. Cornered. Cornered, and we'll take advantage of it. Yep, we will take advantage of it. All right. Last one. Let's go. Let's go. Thinking about one of the other series I was thinking about doing was Zelda. I love Link to the Past. I'm actually pretty good at Link to the Past. So that one doesn't really count for getting good, but I am horrible at number 1 and number 2. Zelda 1 and Zelda 2. If it's a Zelda on the original Nintendo, I'm not good at it at all. So I was thinking those might be kind of fun for people to watch. But the problem is, I've actually never beaten. I mean, yeah, that's kind of the point for this series too. But I've never beaten Zelda 2, and I've only played it once, and it bodied me. It absolutely brutalized me, and I just don't. I just don't know if that would be fun to watch. I mean, I'll do it, but it's one of those things that I think I might have to grind a little bit just to get good enough to, even have it be worth watching. And that's, I don't know, it feels like, are these guys kind of like a training moment for Wily Phase 1? Is that what these guys are? Because it's very much the same motion. Although I'm just going to face tank that to get through it because that's easy. Who needs to dodge stuff? I'm still going to start face tanking this nonsense. Yeah. Face tank for the win. And one of those bats finally dropped something. That's kind of funny. Alright. That's what I think of your egg. That's what I think of your egg. Alright. I need to remember... So that guy is actually way easier to take out when you're on the ladder. I thought I was going to be low enough to dodge that, and I wasn't. Alright, so what am I doing? Heat. Heat is what I'm doing. And if I take any damage here, then it's going to be ugly. Because Woodman does so much damage. That was a pretty good run. I mean, I have a lot of trouble with those cockatrices or whatever they are. Ostriches. So yeah, that's a pretty good showing for me. The fact that I missed that. You know what? That sucks. That sucks a lot, but we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it, and we're just gonna do that. Yep. I mean yeah. All right. I need to get some other work done. Get to work on some systems, clean them up, and get them up on the store for sale. So I'm going to go do that. Everyone who came out and joined me, thank you. I appreciate it. I will check out the password here just so I've got a picture of it, and may pick that back up a little bit later so we can go back to Wily fights and see how that goes. Since I only needed one E-Tank and I've got two there, that was a little bit messy with the stages. Maybe we'll just rip back through them. It didn't take that long. But we'll keep this series going. As I said, I'm expecting to keep doing this on Saturdays from noon to 3. So if you missed this time, please come back next time. And hope you enjoyed the content. In the meantime, we're running retro and we're keeping retro running. I'll see you next time.